welcome to Obscure Depths MLB preview. The Chicago Cubs. Oh, Cubs, when will you ever return to anything? Anyway, let's get right to it. I'm picking the Cubs to finish last in the NL Central. Let's face it, this team has Alfonso Soriano and Starlin Castro, Matt Garza. They might have something in Anthony Rizzo, and they did get Edwin Jackson in the offseason. They might have something in Brett Jackson. But yeah, this is not a good team. Not a lot of experience here. That's why I'm picking them to finish 5th in the division. Let's start with the bullpen. Carlos Marmol, he's mostly a mess. He has some great moments, but he's mostly a mess. And who knows? Who else is going to get saves in this bullpen? I guess let's look at probably Sean Camp, probably James Russell, maybe Michael Bowden. I don't know. This is not a very good bullpen. Camp and Russell at least have some experience, but yeah, this is going to be a struggle for this team all year. Matt Garza is the #1 starter. He's already hurt. He'll probably be ready for opening day, but yeah, he can only do so much on this not very good team. Jeff Samardzija actually had a pretty decent year last year for this team. Pretty good K rate, more than 1 per inning. So I look for him to maybe improve, but if he won 12 games for this team, I think that would be amazing. Edwin Jackson had a decent year last year. Nice serviceable year last year for a very good Nationals team. Can't imagine his numbers are going to get any better being on this Cubs team. Unfortunate for him, but yeah, that's just the breaks when you sign with the Chicago Cubs. Scott Feldman. This is a guy that's been out of baseball. Made a little bit of a comeback last year. Don't look for him to do a whole lot. He's a serviceable pitcher. They could do a lot worse. So they also have Travis Wood, Scott Baker. Scott Baker's already hurt. He might be ready for opening day. I doubt it. Like Brendan Carlos filling a waiver already too. He's gonna probably compete for that 5th spot in the rotation. Catching Willington Castillo, not a lot of experience there. They do have Deanna Navarro. Navarro certainly has some experience, but not a lot of playing time in recent years, at least at the major league level. They also have Steve Clevenger in there, who's probably see some time. You'll also see some time at first base. Backing up Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo probably should hit cleanup in this lineup. I like this kid. I like what he brings to the table. I like his power, but he's gonna probably strike out a lot and not have a lot of RBIs to show for probably a 20 home run season. Darwin Barney at second base, great defensive player. Doesn't do a whole lot with the bat. Starlin Castro, really like this kid at shortstop. Obviously, he's a nice young prospect who's been in the league a few years now. And he's getting better. Had a very good season last year. I look for him to improve on numbers. 280, 14 home runs, 25 stolen bases. I look for him to improve on all of those numbers. 78 RBIs is pretty nice out of a shortstop. I don't know if he's going to reach that again on this not very good team. Ian Stewart at third base. What are you going to really say there, really? Nate Scherholtz and right. Also got Scott Harrison out there. David DeJesus. You're going to have Brett Jackson and DeJesus competing for the center field position. I like Brett Jackson. I think he can do some good things. This is going to be a learning experience for him this whole season. So, yeah. Scherholtz has got a little bit of power, but never been a starter. Scott Harrison also has some power, but never really been a starter. DeJesus used to be a really good batting average guy, and now he's just getting up there in age. Then we moved to left field. We got Alfonso Soriano. This guy, I don't know why he's still there. The Cubs This guy could obviously get traded before the season starts. I think he'll probably will get traded during the season. I look for maybe, Texas or possibly um, Tampa Bay. Maybe it might be kind of a dark horse. Someplace that could use a right-handed power hitter. Sure, the Twins could use him, but they're not going anywhere either. So, but Alfonso Soriano hit 30 home runs last year. He's not a guy that's going to go out and hit 300, but he's going to hit the ball out of the ballpark. And I think a change of scenery will do him some good this year. He'll be very, very welcome to a team. I wouldn't put it past the Yankees actually making a bid for this guy either. If Brett Gardner has some health issues, they might step in and bring Soriano back into the fold, which would be kind of a nice, interesting story. That would be a hell of an outfield, huh? With Granderson, Ichiro, and Soriano. That'd be a really nice, experienced outfield. But anyway, this has been the Cubs MLB preview, obscure depth style. Picking them to finish 5th in the division. They have some people coming up, and this team might be good in a few years, but they're not getting any better right now, unfortunately. Hopefully they can keep Starlin Castro locked up and they can build around him, but this is just unfortunately not a very good team at this point. So sorry, Cubs, but you know where you're at. Thanks. Have a good day. I want to send a shout out to my #1 fan, Braves 1025. Thank you for listening and watching. You are an inspiration to us all.